be making part 2 of why we made every mod better in Minecraft. Well, yeah, it's just why we made every mod better in Minecraft.
Today I'm going to improve Minecraft's mobs, from turning this zombie into a mummy to making a habitat for each of these mobs. The first mob I'm going to improve will be the glow squid. Here's the model of the glow squid. So what I'm going to do is erase all of its tentacles. I'm also going to erase the head part since there's nothing there now. We can start improving our glow squid. I'm going to start by making a cube like this. Now I'm going to make a slightly smaller cube. Up here, this time I'm going to create another cube, but it's going to be a little tilted to the side. This one will be the face of our glow squid. From this other square, I'm going to start making its head, but I'm going to try to make it as realistic as possible. This glow squid is getting better. Now I'm going to create a slightly smaller cube. To finish, another cube. Look, this one is the head of our glow squid. This came out really good. All that's left to do now is the tentacles. To make the tentacle, it's really simple. I'm going to create a slightly larger cube at the bottom. I'll create a smaller cube, another cube, a little smaller, but in height, it will be bigger than the one above. I'm going to make one more, and this one here will be the last. Instead of having to redo the other tentacles, I'm going to select all of this and duplicate it several times. Now the model of our glow squid is ready, but I need to make the texture. I'm going to start by painting the entire glow squid in light blue. Now I'm going to make the edge of the model with dark blue, and in addition, I'm going to make some details. Like this, I'm going to paint this whole middle part with a slightly darker blue, and I'm going to make the lighting effect with a slightly lighter blue. I'm going to make his eye with light green. I'm also going to give his eyebrow some details. I'm going to finish painting the eye like this now. All I need to do is make the tentacle, and that was very simple. I made the gradient from the lightest color to a darker color. I added some more shading effects, and this one here is the final result of our glow squid. I made two animations. This one is of her standing. It turned out really good, and this one is of her swimming. I'm on a boat in the middle of the sea because I need to find some of these glow squids, and look there in front of me. There are some of them, so I need to go there, man. And as you can see, it also glows. Look how cool, man. I'm gonna go into the water to see how it looks underwater. Look how cool that turned out, guys. She attacks. Don't calm down. It looks like she's getting bigger. I need to get away from here, guys. She's going to kill me. Thank goodness. I have my elytra. Calm down. I didn't know these glow squids attack. Is it just me, or does it seem like they get bigger? I know, guys. I'm gonna use my sword to finish it. Take that glow squid. It looks like I'm in effect. She's much bigger than it looks. Attack this glow squid. I have 2 hearts of life. I'm going to die, no, but this isn't going to stay like this. I'm gonna get revenge on all of them. Come here, glow squid. I'm going to finish you. Hit her good. I finished the first one, and unfortunately, it didn't drop anything. That means this glow squid is also useless like the others, but this glow squid is really pretty calm. Down there's another one attacking me, and I finished it off now, guys. I need to find a way to capture this good glow squid. I lassoed it, and I need to take it to where I'm going to build its habitat. So glow squid, please follow me, but I have to go really slowly. Otherwise, it will escape the lasso. I'm getting here to the place, but it can't stay outside, so I'm going to trap it in this fence here. At least it won't die suffocated here outside. Now I was able to start building the glow squid habitat. First, I started by marking it with cobblestone. After that, I replaced all the ground blocks with sand. Since I'm going to make an aquarium for this mob, I came here to this ocean temple to collect some of these prismarine blocks. Since I want to make some coral decorations, I had to come to this biome to get some of them. Now I was able to make the walls of the habitat. I filled it all with water to make it an aquarium. To make it even more beautiful, I put some corals inside. Now I have to bring this glow squid inside. Finally, the habitat is ready. I give it a 7 out of 10, and for glow squid, it's a 9 out of 10. I had to come to the desert because the next mob that I'm going to improve will be the husk. I have the husk model, and of course I'm going to erase all the parts of his body. I'm going to start making the husk from the foot. This will be the rest of his leg. Now select everything and duplicate it. I'm going to make a cube like this to be his belly. This other slightly larger cube will be his chest. Now I'm going to make his right arm. I'm going to create this cube to be his shoulder. This other cube will be his hand. I'm going to select everything and duplicate it to the other side. The only thing left for me to do is his head. I'm going to make another cube on top of his head. You'll soon understand why I did this after a lot of work. This is how our husk model turned out. Now what's left to do is make the texture. This was very simple to do. First, I started painting the parts where his skin will be. Now I'm going to paint all the parts where I want his clothes to be. This thing that's on top of his head, I'm going to paint it yellow. I'm going to make some blue stripes to make it look nicer. I'm going to make some shading, and after a long time of work, this is how our mummy here in Minecraft turned out. In fact, this is a husk, but I made it look like a mummy because it lives in the desert. This one is the animation of him standing still. This other one is of him attacking, and this other one is of him walking. To find this mummy is very simple. Just find a desert temple, which is the pyramid. Look, there's already a husk here. Look, it looks like the mummy is up there. So I'm going to finish off these husks. That's it. Man, there's a horde of husks. I'm going to have to finish them all first. Oh no, they gave me the hunger effect. It finishes them all. Thank goodness my sword is very good. There are only 2 left. 1 and I finished them all. And guys, this is how the mummy ended up in Minecraft. What I found strangest is that it doesn't attack me. Look, I'm on its side, but it will attack any other mob here in Minecraft, including hostile mobs, such as this skeleton. This mummy is very cool. It even has several gold details here, as you can see. I want to test it. Do you think it has a lot of life? I'm going to use my sword to kill it. Look, I just killed it. And look at this. After I killed it, it summoned a bunch of husks. So I need to finish them all. Oh no, I need to get out of here before they kill me. One thing, what I didn't notice is that every time a mummy dies, it drops a gold block. Since there are 3 blocks here, this means that 3 mummies have already died. And is there another mummy in here? Thank goodness there is, guys. Because I need to take this mummy here to our spawn, where I'm going to make its habitat. Since I'm in the desert, I'm going to take the opportunity to get a lot of sand. Because my idea is to build a desert-themed habitat. And since it's going to be desert-themed, of course I can't forget the cacti. First, I started by digging the hole where I'm going to make this habitat. After that, I made the floor and the walls. I left these holes in the wall because I'm going to put these blocks that will make everything more beautiful. In addition, I'm going to put a fence around the entire habitat. To finish it off, I'm going to make a mini temple and I'm going to put some decorations. And this is the final result of the habitat. The score I give it is 8 out of 10. And for the mummy, which I really liked, the score is 10 out of 10. Let's move on to the next mob that I'm going to transform, which will be Ale. Here's his model. I'm going to erase the arm, the other arm, his body, the wings, and the head. So I need to make him from scratch. So I'm going to start by making a new leg for him. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to create a slightly larger cube to be his chest. Now make his arm like this. Make the other one. This will be his head. I'm going to create an eyebrow like this. I'm going to duplicate it and rotate it to the other side. Our Ale's body is almost ready, but he's missing his wings. That's why I'm going to create a cube like this. Create another one a little smaller and another one even smaller. I'm going to make a square like this because this one will be the wing feather. Now comes the hardest part of all because I had to make several small squares to make his wing feathers. After a lot of work, this is how the model turned out. I even made a halo that sits on top of his head, but of course it didn't end there because I had to make the texture. I started by painting everything a very light blue. I made his eyes white. I made some shading, and this is how the final result was. This one is the animation of him standing still, and this other one is when he is moving at the same time as he flies. I had to find a pillager post here in Minecraft because that's the only place I know where there are some Ales, including guys. There are some trapped there, but I have to be very careful because there are some pillagers, including one here. I finished him off. Let me take a look. Calm down. There are some here. There are a lot of them. Hide behind the tree. Come on, run. Look, I'm just going to shoot one of them with an arrow. Go ahead and shoot your little friend with an arrow. Look, if I can shoot one of them with an arrow, I'll kill them all. Let me feed myself because I'm lifeless. Now that a good part of them have died, I'll kill them all. Now I just need this last pillager. That's it. I finished them all, but I have a lot of arrows in my body. Now I can release all the Ales. They attacked me. This Ale is evil. Run, calm down. He flies. He's very fast. I didn't know that this Ale was evil. If I had known, I wouldn't have released them. I need to run away before I die. Calm down. Calm down. There's another pillager here. I only have 2 hearts of life. I need to finish him off. Good. I really liked how the Ale model turned out, but he looked really bad. The Minecraft Ale was peaceful, and besides, he was so cute. But I ended up doing the reverse by accident. I created the evil Ale here in my inventory. I have this bow, and I want to tie him up. Let's go. I tied it. Good. I have to take him to our house where I'm going to make his habitat, but he's going to end up killing me like this. After spending a long time walking, I finally managed to get there safely. Now, I'm going to trap him here, and I'm going to build this Ale's new home. As you may already know, I started by digging the hole. I made the entire floor out of grass and made the walls out of cobblestone with andesite. The idea I had was to make some spruce wood pillars, put fences around it, and make a prison for the Ale since he's a hostile mob. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is my favorite habitat. The grade I give him is 10 out of 10, and for Ale, which is very beautiful, the grade I give is 9.5. Let's go to the next mob that I'm going to transform, which will be the Guardian. Here is his 3D model. I'm going to select all the parts of the body, and I'm going to erase it. I'm going to start making him from the head. This cube will be his eye, and this other one will be his eyebrow. I'm going to create a diagonal cube to be the mouth, and this cube will be his teeth. The idea I had is to make the rest of his body
I'd say don't delete all of the body parts.
like this. Make other
Some.
cubes a little smaller, others even smaller. And these ones here will be very small, to the point that I only need to make 1 square. Since he's going to be a fish, he needs a fin. So I made this fin and left one, make the right one, and I'm going to start...
Okay guys, we're gonna go. I'll make a part 2 soon. Bye. Actually, I'm just gonna pause it and then come back later. Okay, guys, back. We're gonna watch more Red Dude.
This lower part of his body with a very light color. After a long time, this is how our Guardian turned out. It turned out really well. This is the animation of him attacking. As you can see, he takes several bites. This is him swimming. Look, he shakes his tail. He moves his fin suit. To find these Guardians, I had to go to the middle of the ocean, and they usually spawn near the ocean monument. And right here in front of me, there are some. So I'm gonna take my water breathing potion and let's see them up close. Look, guys, I'm getting close to him, and look, he's aggressive. Calm down, so I have to be very careful. There are more of these Guardians here. There are even old Guardians from Minecraft, but guys, this one is the best. Just look, he bites a lot and doesn't give you that annoying effect that slows you down. This mob is much better than the one from Minecraft, not just because I made it, but I really liked it. It really looks like a fish, man, which makes a lot more sense than the one from Minecraft, which is just a box full of spikes. As you can see on his body, it looks like there are a lot of cracks. It's like he's being
Yeah,
Since
it is kind of true.
I'm going to get two and take them to the place where I'm going to make the habitat. This habitat will be very similar to the glow squid, since this will also be an aquarium. So I made the entire wall with prismarine blocks, and the floor I made with dark prismarine. I made some details with these orange blocks. I put glass in front, and on top of the wall, I made some spikes as the Guardian cannot stay out of the water. I filled this entire habitat with water, and this is the final result. Although simple, I really liked it, and the grade I give it is 7 out of 10. And for the Guardian, the grade I give it is 9 out of 10. Comments your grade here below in the comments. Let's move on to the next mob that I'm going to transform, which will be the bee. Here's its 3D model, and as you can see, it's very simple. Of course, I'm going to erase everything. Then I'm going to start making the new bee from the thorax. Make a small detail here. This huge cube will be the rest of its body. I'm going to make a small cube down here to give more detail to the model. Now make the stinger. This one will be the right leg. This one is the left leg. Create another one down here and another one on the side. The model is almost ready. All that's left to do is the head. Make an antenna, make another one. And to finish, I'm going to make the right and left wings. This is the animation of the bee standing still. This other one is of it attacking, and this other one is of it flying. In order for me to find these new bees, I had to come to this biome. In fact, there is a giant bee right there. There are many bees around here. I have to find their home, which is the hive. Let me see. There is a very large hive there. So this is their home where they live. In fact, there are several bees here. There is a giant bee. Wow, she does a lot of damage. She took half of my life. She is attacking me. I didn't know she was so angry. Normal bees will only attack you if you hit one of them. Oh no, you shouldn't have done that. Now all the bees are angry at me. Let me eat this bread. I'm going to have to kill all these small bees. Wait a minute. I'm going to die from poison. Calm down. Calm down. There are many bees. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to eat this bread, and I'm going to have to hit this giant bee. Get out of here. Go bee, get out of here. Wow, she has a lot of life. She made a very fast attack. Is it just me, or is there a bee near the clouds? There is one over there. There is another one up there that just passed through the clouds. I didn't know these giant bees could fly. So much so, but it seems like the bees have stopped chasing me. Now I'm going to have to find a way to capture these bees so I can take them to the place where I'm going to make their habitat. Look, there's one right there. Thank goodness I have an elytra. I can fly, but will I be able to tie it to the lasso? I'm going to have to be really quick with it. So I'm going to get close to it. Okay, I pulled it, guys. I managed to lasso it. Now I'm going to have to take it to the place where I'm going to make its habitat. However, the place is really far away, so I have to be really careful so it doesn't fly away. Let's go, pull it, catch it here. Now it's time to build this little bee's new home. Without a shadow of a doubt, this will be the biggest habitat of all, and of course, I've already dug the hole where I'm going to build it. I replaced all the ground blocks with grass and made the cobblestone walls with mossy cobblestone as decoration. I planted a lot of grass, spread some honey blocks, and planted this giant tree here in the middle. But this wasn't for nothing, because I'm going to put some beehive blocks since this is the bee's home. To finish it off, I'm going to put a fence around all of this, and this is the final result of the habitat. Guys, I really liked it. The grade I give this habitat is 10 out of 10, and for the giant bee, my grade is 7 out of 10. Let's go to the last mob that I'm going to transform, which will be the Iron Golem. Here is his model. I'm going to select everything and delete it. I'm going to start making this new Iron Golem by the foot. This cube here will be the leg. Select everything and duplicate it to the side. Now I'm going to make his belly. I'm going to create a huge cube to be his chest. This cube will be his right arm. I left this arm a little bit down because on top of it, I'm going to make the shoulder. And since he's an Iron Golem, of course he needs to have a very strong hand. That's why I built his hand very big. Now I have to select everything, duplicate it, and drag it to the side. I'm going to create this cube to be his head. And since the normal Iron Golem has a nose, I'm also going to make a big nose for this Iron Golem. On top of his head, I'm going to make a horn like this. Do the same thing on the other side, and his 3D model is ready. Now I need to make a new texture for this Iron Golem. That's why I'm going to start by painting him all white. I'm going to do some shading with a darker color, add some details to give him a
That's
nice look.
peach.
The aspect that it is made of iron. And since the iron golem has these vines spread across its body, I'm going to do the same thing but a little differently. And after a long time, this is how our iron golem turned out. This 3D model was
The
very
head
beautiful.
looks like
I
a
also really
Ravnica.
like this animation of him standing still. This other one of him walking and this other one of him attacking. I had to
Yeah.
fly to this new village
It
here in
looks like a
Minecraft to be able to
Ravnica.
find these new golems. Guys, look how incredible it is. This golem is gigantic. Look how much bigger it is than this golem from Minecraft. Man, the golem from Minecraft really is small compared to this new iron golem. Man, its details are much more beautiful. I put some bushes here to make it look like some plants really grew on it. But the question that remains is it as strong as the iron golem from Minecraft? Well, I waited until nightfall to be able to do this test. I have to wait for a mob to get close to it. Look, the zombie has arrived. Let's see. They're beating the zombie. Go there. Iron golem, finish off these zombies. Look, he attacks much faster than the other iron golem. The zombie is beating the golem. Calm down. The zombie finished off an iron golem. The golem dropped an iron block. It actually killed 2 golems. Oh no, I can't believe you finished off my iron golems. Now I'm going to finish off all of you. Unfortunately, this is the only iron golem left here in the village. So I'm going to lasso it, and I'm going to take it to the spawn where I will make its new home. I already left the hole where I will make this habitat ready. And the only thing I had to do is the floor I mixed between light green and dark green. I made the walls of white terracotta. Since this is the iron golem's habitat, I made some iron ore decorations. This construction was very simple. The grade I give it is 5 out of 10. And for this mob, the grade I give is 10 out of 10. And if you like this video, take the opportunity to watch this video that is appearing here on the screen.
Right, listen up please, everyone. Stop the bloody car!
Okay, that was it. And I rate that video probably about a 8 out of 10. Bye.